Bye, Puppo.
Ugh, dog hair in my mouth. Hi. Hi, you too. Alright, so I did that.
You did that. You used like 1 Estus on that fight. It is admittedly something you can do much earlier, so... And you got a soul. You got a boss soul for that, and 40,000. You also got a Covenant of Artorias. That is a ring. Lets you traverse the abyss. Now, you probably don't remember this because it was like a month ago. But we were in New Londo Ruins, and there was a whole thing about going into the abyss, and the abyss will kill you. You have to wear that ring to do that fight.
Okay.
Or else you just land at the bottom and die. Like, immediately.
So, somebody was saying that the armor set, the stone armor set, is basically the same
as Havel's.
As Havel's armor?
Can't speak to that, but you can have a look at him if you want.
It's lighter.
It's slightly lower stats to... I mean, yeah, comparable. I just realized you haven't even bothered trying to upgrade any of the Havel armor. Like, at all. And you could totally do that, I think.
See, I need to stick with the high poise. That is terrifying.
It ain't great. It ain't great.
So, this is very close.
So this IGN...
But the poise is very weak comparatively.
This IGN walkthrough has you going here before Sen's Fortress.
Oh, wow.
So if it seemed like it was really kind of easier than it should have been, that's probably why.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose all of my poise. Like a lot. I'd say about half of it.
Yeah, it's true.
But I only have 2 spots and I can't get rid of this one. And I don't have enough endurance to be able to equip this set without Havel's ring. So...
Right. So I was mentioning, eventually you're going to have to take Havel's ring off. I mean, you don't have to. You can wear it, but then you have to deal with, like, fat rolling.
Fat rolling, yeah. Or changing a couple pieces off, I guess I could, to stone.
Yeah.
This is where it came from?
Yes. This is an empty arena, so...
So just go back out?
Yep. There is something else to do here, but we can't really complete it until you're done with a different area, so...
Go back.
There's not really much reason. I would honestly just homeward bone at this point. Just to save time, because there's... Eventually you will find something that is just an infinite homeward bone.
Okay.
That is just reusable. So, using homeward bones when you want to get out is...
What are you talking about? Yeah, see, I'd kindled this before. Because I'm 10. Okay, so now I need to warp somewhere?
Yes. I would use those souls first. Or at least some of them. You got them. Might as well dump them. Do you feel like boss fight or exploration? The exploration will also lead to a boss fight, but you could go back to New Londo and fight the thing with that ring that you couldn't fight before. Or we could go someplace new.
Nice. I was hoping that would do it.
Just go kill a couple things, if you don't want to use another soul. What do you need, like 500?
No, 2,000.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then. I can also look through what the boss souls actually become, because a bunch of them are just going to turn into spells.
Now we need 30,000 for the next one.
Yeah, you're beefy. You're big. You big strong boy.
I don't know. What do you think I should do?
I have no particular feelings on the matter. Everything, like, it's kind of an open point in the game, so it's just, you know. I will say that, let me put it this way. Do you want to do hard progress, or do you want to do an optional area?
Can I go back to the optional area later?
Yeah.
Let's do some progress then.
Okay. You go back to Firelink.
So this is new Londo Ruins, so I need to change the armor set then.
Yes.
Okay. Might as well do that and then find out if I need to change some things, upgrade some stuff. Because I could go down to Andre and buy some, you know, get some souls and then go buy some stuff to upgrade the armor.
Yeah, you could.
If I need to. So what I need to do is swap out and get a little lighter, right?
Yeah, one thing you can do, so go back real quick. So you wouldn't think, but the things you have in your secondary slots do actually have weight. So you take that off, that saves you like a pound.
Okay.
The Pyromancy Flame doesn't...
Do I need these transient curses? Is there any effects down there? Do I need to equip Purple Moss or...
You can either use the transient curses or you can use that jagged ghost blade
in
weapon.
This area I need it?
Yeah, or you won't be able to hit the ghosts. You have enough transient curses, so I'd say just go with the build you like
Okay,
and just
so then I
use
need
curses.
to unequip this.
Yes.
And equip the dog.
Technically, you can go through the whole area with Havel's Ring on and then just pop that on at the end. But for now, we want to see what you actually need. So, have a look at your encumbrance. Okay. So you need to get that down to about 40.
Okay.
That's not going to do it. Yeah, you got to get lighter. This stuff's heavy.
Not happening. What was the other set I picked up? Silver Knight?
Eastern.
Eastern. That's weak. That needs to be upgraded.
Yep. I mean, everything's gonna be weaker than what you've been wearing.
It's lighter, though.
Yeah.
But that's way stronger. What's the poise on
It's
this?
because it's really heavy.
My goodness. So let's do this.
I mean, you are stepping out of a tank and walking and like getting onto a bicycle, and you're like, oh man, this thing's not nearly as sturdy.
Ah.
Okay, that's in there.
Look at this hodgepodge. Awful. That looks awful. My style is all... I hate that mask. Oh, I hate that. Like,
That looks terrible! You could probably actually switch the helmet specifically back to Havel, but that would look even weirder. This is, alright, this right here, this is how I usually go through Dark Souls.
Style Souls, we ain't it.
Just, yeah. No fashion souls to be had here.
That's too light.
Yeah, you don't need to get any lighter than that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
You could probably even put Havel back on for the Not those, but the boots you can. Yeah, that's way too much.
Alright. Where we have Eastern Gauntlets. Yeah, but those are super weak.
I mean, I think you're mixing up like super light armor with super heavy armor. But I mean, you gotta do something. That's when you select the big head option in character select.
Basically.
I was saying for the because you've got stone legs on.
Yeah.
So you could switch those back to Havel because they're basically the same weight. And I bet that's still okay. That is still just barely okay.
Look at this awful, awful look.
It's a hot mess, but you can roll.
Sounds like my dad's keys in his on his pant leg, you know, when he walks.
Yeah, I think it's got little. Yeah, you're totally jingling.
Well, it's obnoxious.
I mean, you don't have to wear that.
There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries.
I mean, that is one armor set. You just, like, threw on whatever.
Alright.
This is goofy, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Where am I going? Down?
Downstairs.
That is gonna drive me insane.
Well, take it off. Put something else on. It's not like it's particularly great armor. It's just normal stuff. Honestly, you should probably put the Elite Knight stuff on that you had before. That's like the same weight, and you've upgraded it. And it doesn't look nearly as stupid.
And it doesn't sound as loud.
Roll and make sure you can... Okay, you're still good.
Hey!
Hi there.
She don't want me to talk to her, though. Ooh. I miss my Havel armor. I'm gonna miss it with my poise, especially.
Honestly, nothing down here is gonna hit your poise too hard, I don't think. Also, you can put a different ring on to go through this area if you want. Just remember to put the Abyss ring back on. Before you go in.
I'm going the right way, right?
Yeah, you're going the right way. This is really the only way you can go. By the way, I'm not ignoring the lore discussion, I just have nothing to add to it. I have always bounced super hard off of Dark Souls lore. And at a certain point, I just realized that I like these games for gameplay and do not care who anybody is in them. Elden Ring might be different. We'll see. Oh, you know what you should actually put on through here? And you might get ambushed, but put on the Evil Eye Ring.
Why?
Because you'll regen health by killing things as you go. Do it from that menu.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that one. So put that on to keep your health up as you go through here. So you can recover chip damage without having to use your Estus. And then we'll remember to put the other ring back on.
Okay.
When you get there.
Up.
To be clear, I think the fact that the Dark Souls lore is so deep and people care as much as they do about it, I think that's all really cool. It's just never been something that I could really get into. My initial exposure to the game was basically like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but this is fun to play. and it just never moved out of that.
But you also are not you're not a fan of this style of ow, forgot.
What are you doing down there? So I believe,
Can I jump down?
no, but I think there's an elevator behind you.
Where that dude was? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fact, like,
I know, I'm evil.
I've talked a lot about the difference between games that have,
Is this where that weird slimy thing was?
yes, amongst other things.
Also this guy.
It's the difference between games that have story and the games that have lore. And they're not the same thing.
Get away. The doorway. Goodness. It's like a truck.
Like, when a game is telling a very, like, directed story, I tend to be really into it, and I'm really interested in the ways that games choose to tell stories that are unique to their medium. I engage a lot less with games that make you go find the story and tell it to yourself. And I respect that as its own style of storytelling, but I don't connect with it. Good roll.
Ballerina over here.
He's got good combos. And as with anything, when I start throwing out opinions, I have to qualify that by saying, like, this is not me saying that one thing is good and one thing is bad. It is just a personal preference thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you also never really liked medieval genre games anyway.
Yeah. Like I really
like
really
D&D
liked...
and like
I think
Skyrim and all that, you never really got into the...
I think the best example that I can think of is like playing and loving all of the Mass Effect games and then trying to get into Dragon Age knowing that it's basically the same game but medieval and bouncing hard in like 3 hours.
Was this where he was?
Just like being really excited to get into it because it's just more of that style of storytelling, more of that style of game, and just being like, oh my god, I don't care! It's like completely different experiences for me. And that was one of the points where I was like, oh, I can't get into this setting. I can't, I'm not like super interested in that. That's just a preference thing for me.
They're so fast. Butt!
In the butt. Like right in the butt, actually.
Burned through almost all of my Estus, which is not a good thing.
Well, you burned through 3 of them trying to parry those guys.
Yeah.
Which, understandable, but you hit that one and you're like, oh, I can just do this now.
Wait.
They're supposed to take practice.
Is this the area?
This is Valley of the Drakes.
Oh, I went the wrong way?
Yes. Basically.
Do I go somewhere from here?
I think you go straight out the other side. But I kind of don't remember, so I don't want to, like... I don't want to tell you with, like, a lot of authority where to go, because I don't really... Yeah, that's true, Teller. That's a... I saw him coming, and I didn't know if you saw him.
I didn't, clearly.
Yeah, Triangle Strategy is a game that if I wasn't completely mired in playing La Mulana, I would be much further along in. Because I've got it sitting up here, and I want to play more of it, but I've had just no time for games. So I gotta focus my attention on, like, the one thing that I'm trying to get through right now, or nothing's gonna get done.
Is my curse expired?
Probably. Yep.
Okay, we gotta get out of here. Get off. Just for a second. This is not gonna end well for me.
It's not going great.
Yep. I was on transient curse and I was trying to switch, but
Kicked you in the butt to death. How does the gameplay feel? Dale, did you play and like Final Fantasy Tactics? Because, oh, you didn't sit at Firelink. That's okay, you can just warp to it. I was like, wait, why are you spawning here?
wait, if I sit, will I lose my souls?
No. You only lose your souls if you die without picking them up.
So I sat here now.
Yeah, that's good.
And now I'm going down.
Hi, Sadie. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy Tactics with a more robust, like, conversation, like, sort of social interaction, moral choice, visual novel-ish thing. Kind of the same, it's a little bit the same direction that Persona went. Where it's like, there is, the core of the gameplay here is still like JRPG, but we've added like elements of this other genre. I can't speak to how, like, the choices impact things long term, because I'm only in like chapter 4 or something like that. But, so I don't know if it's, you know, if it's gonna be one of those things where, like, you spread out a bunch in the middle and then you come back to the same point, or if it's the sort of like chain of beads storytelling. I don't know, because I'm probably only gonna do one playthrough of it, and I don't know how much your choices differ. I've seen one already where it's basically like, do you want to go here or do you want to go there? And the choices are actually really good. They're really interesting, but I don't know how much they affect things long term. But the setting is super interesting. And the voice acting is kind of so-so, but the characters and the character writing itself is very good. So I'm really excited to get back to it. I just have not had the time. But as soon as I get the time, it's like on top of my priority list. I'm literally keeping it by me at all times to remind me that it's at the top of my priority list.
Did we aggro that one way over there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I hate that I have to go all the way back through here.
There's a lot of really, like, interesting, almost...
Gosh.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I imagine there's a lot of that sort of political intrigue. I remember one choice in particular, without spoiling anything, where it's like... You're in a country on a diplomatic mission, and you see them, like... You are there basically to maintain good... like sort of social relationships and political relationships with that country because you need their allyship, but you see them doing some pretty like racist human rights violation-y stuff and you want to call them out on it, but they're religious and they're like, oh yeah, these are our religious tenets, and it's like, okay, well, you're up in front of basically the Pope. And your choices are, you know, they ask you your opinion on something, and it's like, do you want to call them on their bullshit and cause a scene when you're supposed to be, like, you know, brokering peace in a tenuous time? Because it's like, you know what you think, but... there is a chance that if you go, like, off the rails politically, it could cause war, which is going to be way worse for way more people. So, like, do you want to mess with that? Or do you want to just bend the knee and get out of there without making any, like, major gaffes? So it's like... The point here is like, that was bullshit. Nonsense. The choices that you make in that game are not cut and dry, black and white. Do you want to save the kittens or burn down an orphanage? That's the wrong way again. It is... It's more based on like... Do you want to do the thing that is like what you feel is morally right? Or do you want to do the thing that is probably the most pragmatic here, or the thing that is, you know, the best for the most people? But despite it being the best for the most people, that's the wrong way again.
God dang it.
If you see the wooden shack, turn around.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely, like... It definitely gives you that feeling of, like... Giving the wrong answer here equals international incident equals, like... Equals international incident and possibly, like... Thousands of people die because of some petty shit.
Okay, I brought him back here. So there's another guy up there, and there's a couple ghosts.
Yes.
And I'm still good on my curse. Where? Oh! That is also bull! Oh my god! The backswing doesn't... That's stupid. And I had this problem with these dudes before.
You did.
Ugh.
You did.
I was doing good.
You're still doing good.
I hate this run back, though.
It's a long run back. I think there's a way to... I think there's a couple drops you can do that make it faster. That'll kind of, like, put you in right next to where you need to be. But I don't remember where they are, and you also, like, take some damage from falling, so... Honestly, yeah, that's true. You could just put on the set to get through, and then you know what to switch to.
Feel better now. Watch it be like cakewalk here.
I mean, it will definitely be easier than what you were experiencing. Don't walk off the cliff. Might want to get in the habit of sending the elevator back up. Both of them, actually. Yeah, I feel bad that I left it on cliffhanger. And I haven't played it in like a month. So I'm gonna have to like remember myself what all is going on everywhere. You walked on it too soon. But, you know, I didn't expect to have to cut down to 1 or 2 streams a week because I'm working 60 hours a week either. So I'm trying.
It's a good problem, honestly.
It's a good problem to have.
He works hourly, so.
Yeah. So I'm getting paid for all of it. I am, and I get to do it all right here at my desk, which is nice. It's just, I haven't had time for anything else.
It's true.
But yeah, considering a decent chunk of those hours is I get to work for Square Enix, that's pretty fun. I'm definitely enjoying that. It's weird that you bring it up because, like, I've had some moments where I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god, this is so cool. But at a certain point, it has somewhat reached the point where I'm like, it's a job. Square Enix literally
Wait, they published that, did they not?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I mean, they don't know that I'm playing it, and they don't care that I'm streaming it. No one in the company has even mentioned the game. It just came out like a month and a half ago, and no one's even talking about it. It's like, hey, I'd like to do content for this game. It's like, no, talk about Avengers. They have not told me to talk about Avengers. They've not told me not to, but... I think where it is it's kind of like they're using the main, it's the main like social account. So they want to signal boost things that are not already popular. Which makes a lot of sense. Because like the stuff that people already know and love does not need help. They're doing just fine. Good stab. I think this is how you were dealing with these guys before, too. Is just circle around behind them and give them a good butt stab.
You and your fantasy shield.
You can get that, by the way.
Really? Is it a drop from them?
It is not a physical shield, it is a spell.
Ah. Really?
Almost there. Almost. Oh, the mix-up! Yeah! He got confused. You hit him with the cross-up. I hit him like a damn it!
You tricked me.
There you go. You even avoided aggroing the other 2 dudes in the room. I think.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I think so.
There's one out here, though. Okay, I think there's 2. Where? Ah!
You've done that every time. You always check the corner and he's just right in front of you.
No.
I love you shut the sound effect off.
Which way do I go now?
He's starting up his little soul steal. It's like, whoa, whoa.
This way, right?
Yeah, that's where you've been going. I would advise you not to run right in the room and get yourself surrounded this time. Although, because you can, you know... You can knock some of them out first. Make it a little easier on yourself.
What? Aggro.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
You had, like...
Another one.
You had, like, incredibly good luck with those drops before. I'm kind of surprised you've only just now gotten another one.
I see you. Yep.
Nice! Good swing. Wow, that was not very smart of him. Hey, you did it.
Is that all?
I don't know.
There's another.
Assume not.
A ghosty boy somewhere that I didn't get. I feel like
always assume that there is more.
I've been here because the chest is open.
Yes. Oh yeah, you've been through all of this. You emptied this area out.
Oh, walking on bones.
Yes.
Ugh.
That's what the crunching was.
No, I don't like it. And that's the abyss, right?
Yes, that's where you want to be.
So now I need to switch out for this armor set.
You can walk in first.
Do I have time?
Yeah. The fight will not start when you walk in. You have plenty of time.
Is it? Okay. Wait. Who is that? Is that in the white light?
You do, however, have 27k that you probably won't keep. But it didn't take you much to build it up, so... You don't need any more levels or money, really. But you will probably lose
I feel like I'm
those.
gonna get stabbed as soon as I go through the door.
I think they're...
Where did you come from? Sir! Sir!
I'm gonna be honest, I literally don't know.
I heard it and I was
thought he was running around down there. I was like, don't worry about him. He can't get you. Well, hey, you went through this whole area and you used one flask, so that's not too bad. Also, if you die in this fight, it won't be because of flasks.
Okay, now
so yeah, as of now, and maybe move a couple steps away from the door just in case you get stabbed through it. Yeah. Now you have all the time in the world. Do what you gotta do.
Okay, we kept the helm.
Yes, we kept the helm and the leggings. You switched to, I think, the Elite Knight armor 2.
2.
And the Eastern Gauntlets?
But maybe... Well,
you
yeah,
definitely
really
can't do those.
Did I have something that was upgraded?
Not anything that's light enough for you to use.
Well, that doesn't sound good. They have, like, no defense, though.
It's true.
Like, this is better than that.
I'll put those on.
Is it, like, 6? 6? Hell, the dingy gloves are better than that. I really... Wait.
You haven't taken Havel's ring off yet. So make sure to do that.
I have to get to 40.
Yes, roughly. I think 40.2 you can deal with? So you might be able to put on something around the like 1 or 2 range, maybe? Yeah, that's still good. You can potentially go up like 0.4 more than that, but that's probably fine. If you find something that's specifically like 2.5, you're probably still good, but yeah, that's probably the heaviest you can do.
Alright. This is where we gotta be. This just sounds awful.
Yeah, it ain't great. Straight up, this fight is difficult. You will probably not do it in one. Sif was one thing. This ain't Sif.
Oh, I know. And I'm not on my armor set, so...
You're well equipped to do it. But it's a whole thing. Luckily, you don't have to use punches, because range and distance is kind of...
Wait, what? Does it just jump? Do I just go?
Well, you can traverse the abyss.
Apparently. Oh dear. Do I need a lantern?
Nope, it's just dark. You, do keep your head on a swivel, though.
Is there a pit of some kind?
Nope.
Oh, okay. What is he doing to me?
Damage.
So I can't avoid that.
It's a grab, so you can roll out of the way of it, but you can't block it. You might be able to mash out of it, I'm not sure. Don't mash those. All right, off we go.
Right, there's more. There's 4 of them, clearly.
4 kings.